Daddy.
That's funny, though. Oh, you know what? No, that's fine.
I think we live.
I'll open up. Kai, you go ahead. All right, Shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites, Great Millstone out of Gary, Indiana. Before we get started, let's give all glory and all praises and honor unto
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushai, Ba'Shem, Rakakwadash.
double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who grew well. And as always, peace and salutation to the Oath elect and the society and special truth throughout the four corners of the earth. So without further ado,
We'd like to start off in Nahum 3:1. Just going into this Thankskilling. What the world calls this so-called Thanksgiving holiday, which is all pushed by Esau, Edom. In the robbery and genocide of the northern kingdom, starting with Gad. You know what I'm saying? So to start off, this is Nahum 3:1. Woe to the blood.
The Wi-Fi and the cell phone be on at the same time, it bug out.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But if you cut off one or the other, then it'll work.
The Wi-Fi's off. It should.
Should work, right?
Yeah, we can check if we're still on.
Okay, so we back.
I think we're good.
Okay, Kyle.
You can reread it, yeah.
I was just gonna say that. Read that one. What you said? You said war was in the one scripture.
Psalms 55 verse 20.
Mm-hmm.
He had put forth his hand against such as be at peace with him.
Mm-hmm.
He had broken his covenant.
And
The word.
actually, that's what he did. He came with that smooth, subtle speech, peace treaty. Trying to be friends. With Gad. Succouring Gad into peace with him. But the whole time he's infiltrated. That's just how the way Esau. That's his MO.
Mm-hmm.
He's a cunning hunter. Go ahead, bro.
If I may add,
Mhm.
shit, Esau, they broke over 500 covenants
Mhm.
with the Gadites. And then, just to add on to that, Christopher Columbus, he brought over 4 to 5 Hebrew interpreters just to pretty much infiltrate the Gadites.
so if I may say, what's so mighty about that? Well, I ain't say mighty, but what's so wicked about that? Even he used Israel to help take down Israel, man.
Mm-hmm.
The whole divide and conquer. That's what Esau is all. That's his MO, like the elder was going to. Another thing he also did was with this whole Thanksgiving. When they came over here, they didn't know the ways of this land. They didn't know how to grow certain crops. They didn't know how to pretty much take care of the land. And Gad taught him these ways in order for him to turn around and then kill Gad, man. Showing that he's the goddamn devil, man.
Yeah, he was the ultimate deceiver. He's the ultimate manipulator.
That's exactly what it's going to. Verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart.
And if I may say, Slakia, and you niggas, man, here we are. It's a countless of numbers of information about this particular holiday and what it stimulates from. Yet you simple as 2/3 out of your ignorance still want to honor this holiday, man.
Mm-hmm.
When you know the origins of it, man, it's saturated with wickedness, man. It was made off folly, bro.
That's it. And you would think they would think and use their mind, even when they had this holiday, this holiday, I should say. We was in slavery. So-called Negroes was in slavery, man. These holidays ain't even our holidays, man. This is this devil's holidays, man. This is they shit, man. We ain't supposed to be celebrating our Thanksgiving or Christmas. All of that ties into fertility worships and worshiping of other gods. It has nothing to do with the true, living power. And he's still doing it. That's how Esau is, man. He used words like Thanksgiving to make it, seem like it's a clean and wholesome, assembly. But actuality, it really isn't. It's a celebration for him for taking down Gad, man, and taking his land.
Got a quick pre.
You got more to that too, don't you, brother?
This is Psalms 58:3. The wicked are estranged from the womb.
Mm-hmm.
They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies.
Mm.
Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth her ear.
God. And that's how Esau, he was born speaking lies, man. That's his nature. His nature is to be wicked. You know, the scriptures say that his spirit is not upright in him.
Woo.
You know what I'm saying?
That's it.
He's not. He was born to be on the left hand side. You know, to be the deceiver. You know.
And if I may say, all this going on is really a fulfillment of prophecy. Man.
Mm-hmm.
Gad being overran because our forefather Jacob spoke of these things, man, about the tribe of Gad and what was going to happen in the latter end, man. And if I may get, this is Genesis 49:19. Gad, a troop shall overcome him, but he shall overcome at the last.
Mm.
And that was a fulfillment of prophecy. And who overcame the tribe of Gad? It was the cavalry troop under by the man who they call Andrew Jackson, man. If you understand the Trail of Tears, and these the United States military, it's mainly the Army. They have Cav Scout units, and when you go into those Cav Scout units to make mockery of the tribe of Gad, they name their units off of the tribes of Gad, man. You have a whole company and all they platoon. You have a company and each now you have a battalion, Salakia, and each company is named after a particular tribe, man. So you have Apache Company, Black Hawk Company, Comanche Troop. No, they say Comanche Troop, Apache Troop, just to make mockery. And then within those battalions, if you do the research, they pretty much got the history on how they took down Gad, man. Showing that they the goddamn devil, man. Because all these guerrilla warfare tactics, because Esau is a vagabond, he's a fugitive. He has no origins, so he steals from everybody else. So even with the guerrilla warfare, who do you think they stole that from? It was the Gadites, you know? But I just had to bring that out. Salaki, bro.
Psalms 55 verse 21. The words of his mouth were smoother than butter, but war was in his heart. His words were softer than oil, yet were they drawn swords. Cast thy burden upon Yahweh, and he shall sustain thee. He shall never suffer the righteous to be moved. But thou, O God, shall bring them down into the pit of destruction. Bloody and deceitful men shall not live out half their days, but I will trust in thee.
Because eventually, Esau gonna pay that all back, man. Everything that he did, man, you know, to fulfill his agenda, even up to this point, because that's what he's trying to do, with ushering into this new world order and everything, man. The Lord is gonna, you know, come and rain on his parade, man, and disappoint him. You know, he's not gonna be successful, man, the way he's ultimately trying to pull off, man. No matter how smooth and his words is, man, right now, Jake waking up to this devil and to who he really is, man. Because the Lord got the men of the Lord out here, you know, blowing the trumpet, man. You know, and Jake waking up, man. Go ahead, bro.
I got a quick precept.
Mm-hmm.
This is Jeremiah 22:13. Woe unto him that buildeth his house by unrighteousness, and his chamber by wrong, that uses his neighbor's services without wages, and giving him not of his for his work. And you can apply this scripture to Esau, man. Because that's what they did. America was built off what? The blood, sweat, and tears of the children of Israel, man. They stole the land from the native tribes, which was Gad, Reuben, and Issachar, and even specks Zebulon over here. And then what they did was they brought Southern Kingdom over here and to build the kingdom, man, for them. You know? And then continue reading on, verse 14. Thus said that said, I will build thee a wide house and large chambers, and cut him out windows, and it sealed with cedar and painted with vermilion. Shall thou reign, because thou clothed thyself with cedar? Did not thy fathers eat and drink and do judgment and justice? And then it was well with him. He judged the cause of the poor and the needy. Then it was well with him. Was not this to know me, saith the Lord? But thy eyes and thy heart are not but for covetousness, and for to shed innocent blood, and for oppression, and for violence to do it. And that's what Esau does, man. He's a covetous man, man. That's what the scripture say. He's covetous, neither he keep it at home. He's in everybody's land seeking to what? To destroy the people and to take their resources, man.
And the way he go about it was with philosophies. You know what I'm saying? And that be those words that's smoother than butter. You know what I'm saying? Those philosophies that make people, you know, be just in awe because how the wordplay that he uses, man. You know, to keep Jake in the damn trance, man. You know, because when certain Jakes here, it's true, they ain't, you know, they not taking to it like that because they so indoctrinated, man, they destroyed. You know, but the Lord ultimately, man, he just through the Spirit is gonna bring the remnant. You know what I'm saying, from out of that sleep, man. You know, it's like you somebody on the side.
I was about to say they used to smooth words, exactly what Esau be doing.
Yep.
They used to thinking with emotion rather than logic.
Yeah.
And why is that? Because Esau, he's a master manipulator. He's a witch.
Yep.
That's why this place is called the land of the Chaldees. Esau knows how to play on the emotions of you Israelites, man.
I got priest, you know.
I got one.
After you.
Oh, okay, Habakkuk 2, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith, by his faith. Yea, also because he transgresseth by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and as death, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his? How long? And to him that ladeth himself with thick clay.
Woo! That's that debt, man. You know, the thick clay goes to debt, and right now he's in spiritual debt with the Most High.
Kind of spirit, yeah.
But the scriptures say what? His sins have reached onto the heavens.
That's the spirit, kind of. I was about to say it.
But then also the actual debt.
Yeah, both sides, bro.
It's both sides,
It's
bro.
both sides, man. Yep.
This whole system is set up off a debt-based system.
Yep.
But it's sake for the lesson, he's in spiritual debt to the Lord, man.
That's it.
For all the wickedness and atrocities he did, not only as Esau, but even when he was when it was Cain, man. All the way going back to the Garden of Eden, man.
God.
And it's so mighty because when you read Genesis, the Lord only gives you certain details of what happened before the flood. But now we, through the Spirit, we understand what these devils was doing before the flood. They were doing the same shit they're doing now, man. Rape, robbery, and murder, and what? The righteous.
Nothing new under the sun.
Yeah, there's nothing new under the sun, man. If you may, jump down to verse 12, bro. Bump the shot.
Verse 12. Woe to him that buildeth a town with blood, and establisheth a city by iniquity.
Destruction to you, you bastards, man. Because you built the town off the blood, like we just talking about, the blood, sweat, and tears of the nation of Israel, man. You literally, the White House itself was built literally by the blood, sweat, and tears of Southern Kingdom being enslaved. And then you so proud you named it the White House. After they built the shit, man. Showing that he's a goddamn devil, man. You had so-called blacks build a house just for you to name it white. And we understand color don't really mean shit, but it just shows how such a devil he is, man.
Because that white goes back to being pure, and there's nothing pure about what you did.
So they're mocking us about how they had us under slavery. That make America great again.
And you know what's the funny part about it is the reason why he go through these lengths, you know what I'm saying, to have Jake following up on his philosophies and going the wrong ways, because he knows that all Jake got to do is start crying out to the Most High. And it's over with, man. So basically, ultimately, what he doing, he trying to keep you from doing that. He's trying to keep you away from your power, man. The scriptures say that the name of the Most High is dreadful amongst the heathen. You know what I'm saying? And that's mainly why he's doing this. You know what I'm saying? And the beautiful part about it, only a remnant gonna hear the Lord's voice in this. You know what I'm saying? To wake up, man. And once that remnant is sealed up, that's it, man. It's it. The Lord is coming to disappoint this devil and all his enterprises, man. All his plans are gonna be spoiled. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna become a spoil, man. along with the rest of these damn heathens, man. And 2/3 of Jake, man, that's out here asleep. You're gonna get killed with this devil, man. And you're gonna come back in the kingdom with a forever lasting shame on you, man. You know?
Because that which he sows, that shall he reap.
That's it.
He was an instrument, you know what I mean, for not cruelty.
He was a whooping stick.
Yeah.
He was an
instrument for punishment.
I got a scripture. Because what you just said, and this is Psalms 17 and 13.
That's the spirit, because the brother just posted it to the boy. Yeah, the brother tells you,
God, he said, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword." See, and that's what Esau was. He was a sword, man. You know what I'm saying, for the Most High, whooping stick mainly for the nation of Israel, man. You know, he was made for us to learn, man. What good and evil really is, man. To really understand and appreciate the law, statutes, and commandments. To really appreciate the Most High power, man. You know, to really understand what it is, what he did for us. That's what Esau was made for, really, at the end of the day. That's all, man. He was basically what you call it, an obstacle course for Israel. You know, a spiritual obstacle course. Verse 14, it says, "From men which are thy hand, O Lord," let me start again, read that again. It said, "Arise, O Lord, disappoint him, cast him down, deliver my soul from the wicked, which is thy sword. From men which are thy hand, O Lord, from men of the world, which have their portion in this life." Man, they got their portion right now in this life, man. They got the fat of the land, man, like the scripture said. You know, they got a good life right now, man. This is their heaven. You know, this is our hell. You know, he said, "And whose belly thou fillest with thy hid treasure, they are full of children and leave the rest of their substance to their babes." Man, they done got wealthy. You know what I'm saying? Off the children of Israel, man. They got wealthy off our backs, man. You know, they got free labor out of us, man. All them centuries of free labor, they became trillionaires off of us, man. It says, "And as for me, I will behold thy face in righteousness, and shall be satisfied when I awake with thy likeness." That's mighty, man.
I get a precept if you're finished.
Khan, I'm finished with that, brother Khan.
This is Isaiah 10, start at 5. It says, "O Assyrian, the rod of mine anger, and the staff in their hand is mine indignation." So the Assyrian that's talking about Esau is not talking about those that's living in the Middle East right now. It says, "The rod of mine anger." That's how you know he was the whooping stick. And the staff in their hand is mine indignation. So that's the Lord's wrath against, the wicked nation of Israel that did not, listen to the Most High.
If I may say, because what it says in Romans 9, he's the instrument, vessel of wrath, fitted for destruction, man. He's the vessel of wrath that was created to be destroyed. He was only set up to, like the elders wanted to. He was only set up to be a punishment unto the nation of Israel. But now that punishment is finna be over with. Now the Lord has no use for you no more. He finna cast you off into the furnace. You was created to be destroyed. You was only created for your purpose, man.
And it's so mighty because even in prophecy, it showed like how the Lord used the Edomites even against the Edomites. He gonna use the mighty man of Teman, to take down these Edomites over here in America. And then ultimately he gonna take down him. So all Edom gonna be taken down. The Most High just used them to, for his own benefit.
Because what do the scriptures say? They said a house divided against itself cannot stand.
Yeah.
Because what you got going on? You got Russia against Russia, which is another Edomite nation.
Mm-hmm.
Against who? America and the EU, the beast system.
God.
Which is pretty much Edomites going against Edomites, man.
Mm-hmm.
On globally and even within eternally here in Babylon the Great, man, they're at odds with each other, man.
Kind of two parties.
Yeah, the two-party system, and they all wicked because it's the same. It's two different birds, two different wings of the same wicked ass bird.
God. Yep.
Yeah, some of them they have like a double. There's a symbol.
Yo, the double-headed eagle.
Yeah, the double-headed eagle. It's one an eagle facing that way and one facing the other way. This is Isaiah 10 verse 6. I will send him against an hypocritical nation, and against the people of my wrath will I give him a charge to take the spoil and to take the prey and to tread them down like the mire of the streets.
And if I may say, that's gonna happen in these last days, man. Because Jake is a hypocrite. Jake talk about love and all this and that, but you commit an adultery. Jake talk about I love God, but you by you celebrating this holiday, you commit an idolatry against the Lord, man.
God.
So the Lord finna bring, just like how he did in time past, the scripture say in Revelations 12:12, woe to those who dwell on earth, for the devil shall come upon great wrath, because he had a short time.
If I may, Baba Kushar, read just one precept with what you just said. This is Jeremiah. I'm gonna start at verse 21. It said this 4:21. Jeremiah 4:21. He said, "How long shall I see the standard and hear the sound of the trumpet? For my people is foolish. They have not known me. They are sottish children, and it's like and they have none understanding. They are wise to do evil, but to do good they have no knowledge." And that's the thing. They don't know. You don't even know the Heavenly Father. You know what I'm saying? You don't know who the Most High is, man. You don't sup with the Lord. Jake don't get in these scriptures, man. That's the only way you're going to sup with the Lord. That's the only way you're going to get the truth. It's through the Spirit of the Lord, man. You ain't going to get the truth listening to these pastors in these churches, man. You know what I'm saying? Or watching these pastors on these TVs. You're not going to get the truth like that, man. They just sell you a bunch of feel-good doctrine, basically, man. They keep you indoctrinated, to keep you asleep, man, to keep you away from the Heavenly Father, man.
Hey, if I may say, the Christian church is the biggest promoter of these holidays.
Yep.
They the one that promote the Christmas.
Yeah.
Who gives out all the free meals? It'd be the church. Even around Christmas, the 1 weekend holiday we just passed, Halloween, all that shit, man. It's the Christian church.
That's it.
Showing you that they work hand in hand with this devil, man.
Yep.
Because all that shit ain't nothing but giant whorehouses that help support this beast system, man, to keep you niggas sleep and docile, man.
Yeah, they're under that 501c3 charter.
Come on, bro.
So they got to do whatever is told by the government, and to implement in their churches. Go ahead.
And the pastors and preachers and all that shit, they be undercover masons.
Come on.
Boule.
Yeah,
Come.
Basically, so they know what they're doing. They're what you call the scriptures call them hirelings. You know what I'm saying? Basically, they're hired, by this beast system to keep you asleep. You know what I'm saying? And that's why the scriptures read the way they sottish children. You know what I'm saying? You believe the precepts of men. That's why the Lord said, he said, these men's hearts are far from me. He said, they do honor me with much lip service, but their hearts are far from me. Meaning, like, you don't think about the things of the Lord. You don't think how to please the Lord in your life. You ain't searching these scriptures, man. Trying to get answers, man.
The other day, when the thought came in my head, I started thinking, man, there might be Boule members in Israel somewhere.
Oh, man, it's heavy.
And you're right. Because you always going to have false prophets creeping in unaware. The scriptures warn us of those things, man.
God.
That's why you got these certain camp heads. And when we get on these camp heads, we understand through the Spirit that there are sincere members that we do believe are the elect that's underneath these guys. We mainly speaking to these leaders, man. A lot of these dudes are paid off by the government, man. It's to tell your congregation to take the juice and trust in this devil But you out there on the street corner telling that the so-called white man's the devil. That's a contradiction, man.
Yeah, and the Lord tell you too though. See that if you really into these scriptures like that, the Lord He tell you, basically the scriptures say to try the spirit by the spirit, man. Mm-hmm. You see these men ain't living by the words of the Lord. They saying one thing out of their mouth, but they ain't doing it. You already know these men is off. These men you ain't supposed to follow, man. You ain't supposed to be dealing with these guys, man. They teaching you how to be wicked still instead of teaching you how to be right. You know, teaching you. They supposed to be holding the standard of Yahweh Shai, man, and then teaching their members how to have the same standard of Yahweh Shai. That's what you supposed to be pushing. You know what I'm saying? Amongst Israel, man. Hey, our job is to glorify the Lord, nigga.
That's it.
You know, we supposed to glorify Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai. We ain't doing that, man. Even in our own daily walks, man, then we ain't shit, man. You know?
Yeah, then this is Isaiah 10, verse 7. I just got 2 more verses. It says, "Howbeit he meaneth not so, neither doth his heart think so, but it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few." So he said how he brought out earlier, you know what I'm saying, like his soul is not upright in him. I mean, he was designed to do this. He was created to be the perfect devil.
Because ultimately, what did he want ultimately, man? This devil wants to stay and rule, man. He wants power over all the nations in the earth. He wants power over this whole world, man. You know what I'm saying? He wants to offset prophecy. He wants to stop the Most High from coming. He wants to kill the Israelites or enslave them forever. You know what I'm saying? And that's basically what he's trying to do, man, right now with that MOTB. When that come out, man, he's trying to ultimately destroy the temple, yeah.
And he wants complete dominance of global slavery.
That's it.
The New World Order and
No, Salaki, I was just gonna say because that's why he sees us as a threat. You know, he labels us terrorists, takes on our videos. Why? Because he knows it's the truth. If it wasn't the truth, why would he be taking on these videos of the prophets of the Lord, you know, getting a measly 100 views, when really it might not even be 100 views. You know what I'm saying? He could fuck up the algorithm, or it'd be like thousands of views, and he dwindles it down to just a few views. Why? Yeah, to upset, you know, tries to implement in your mind like, oh, it's only these amount of views, so I'm not gonna tune in.
That's because there's truth to it.
It
can be one view, and it's a danger. Because it's truth, because that's out. There's truth that's out, man, and people can see that. You know, that's why he does that, man.
It's a danger to his NWO.
Yep.
If I may say, what he was really like, because right now he's on trial. He's on trial with the Lord, the angels. So we got the testimony to get his ass convicted and then get sentenced, man, to 1,000 years in extermination at that. And with any man that's a criminal, what they try to do, they always want to whack the witness.
That's true.
Because the witness got the testimony to get him converted. And that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to whack the witness. And we already seeing right now, he's putting everything in play to pretty much to go after the men of the Lord. Because we understand that a false, a pseudo event is finna happen. Because that same weak ass playbook that Esau like to always use, he set up these pseudo events to justify him to bring in his sword, man.
That's it. And you know, and that's what they over there doing right now. Ultimately, you know, preparing, man, for World War III. You know, and that's they've been doing that for some time now, man. And it's about to, man, come into manifestation right now, man. You know, and that's really, you know what I'm saying, the doing of the Most High. You know, he's instructing these kings, you know what I'm saying, and gathering them right now, man, to get them together, man, for the main event, for the coming of the Lord. That's what we coming up on right now. You want to something, bro?
Bit more. Isaiah 10, continuing verse 7, it says, "But it is in his heart to destroy and cut off nations, not a few. For he saith, Are not my princes altogether kings?" So he wants all his princes to be kings. So he has to have a rulership for them. you know, to populace to control.
Want to sit on that?
You have one?
I got this real quick, and then we're gonna close out.
Okay.
Real quick, because we're just going into it, because I know these brothers gotta go. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 1. It says, "For behold, in those days, and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem." And he's talking about in those days, it's talking about in these times, man. Because he brought back into captivity the nation of Israel. We were scattered all over the earth, man. And he's just talking about in those last times, these times right here. And verse 2, he said, "I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Jehoshaphat, and I will plead with them. I will plead with them there for my people and for my heritage Israel."
And that word plead, if I may say, goes into what judge. He's going to judge the nation for what they did to the children of Israel. Because what they did, they appointed these two lands into their inheritance, which didn't belong to them. Goes back to this Thankskilling shit, man. They appointed what? The North America, which belonged to the tribe of Gad and Reuben and Issachar. They took this land and claimed it as theirs, and even with the land of Israel, man. Those 1948ers, those big-nosed gutter rats over there, man. You know?
That's why they want complete and utter control. This is why they had to fake a moon landing. This is why they had to steal the whole land of America and still want to rule all of the world. They want everything.
It goes back to
Thankskilling.
I was gonna say it goes back to Habakkuk. He said he could never be satisfied. He is as deaf.
He is as deaf.
This nigga, bro, the deaf ain't satisfied. People die every goddamn day. And that's how Esau is. He like, I'm not satisfied. He got all these trillions of dollars, all this money, and he like, fuck, that's not enough. I want your soul, nigga. I want them eyes. What's that, Get Out?
Yeah.
I want them eyes.
Yeah.
Demon ass nigga.
Yeah, he do. He said, "Whom they have scattered among the nations and part of my land, and they have cast lots for my people, and have given a boy for an harlot, and sold a girl for wine, that they might drink." And that's what they did, man. And that's in the scriptures, man, to point out, you know, ultimately who this devil Esau is, man. You know, the scriptures point him out, man. He is, the so-called white man is the devil that the Bible talking about, man. And the scriptures also point out who the Israelites is. This ain't happened to nobody else, man, but so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians, man, according to the prophecies in the scriptures. If you can't see that, man, something wrong with you, man. Yeah, you blind, man. That's what it is. The Lord have blinded you, man, for ultimate judgment. You know, for the nuclear thermal fire, man. You know. With that, we're gonna give all praises and glory and honor to
Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honors to our apostles and our elders of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to all the Akim out here, delivering this truth and sincerity. Shalom, Abba Ball.
Abba Ball.
Shalom.
Soon, couple months.
A couple months. Near you. Soon.
Today.
Con.